Oh man, yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. That there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. How is everybody doing today? It's Friday. Thank you, Jesus. It's the weekend. Thank you, Lord. Okay. And this 5 days, really less than 5 days before Christmas. You know, we actually got 4 days, 3 hours, and 29 minutes exactly for how long we got until Christmas. But I hope everybody enjoyed their Friday, December the 20th, 2000 of the 24. And, you know, we got, as quick as it is about to be Christmas, it's about to be New Year's even quicker, you know. So I hope, everybody, I hope everybody had a great day. Lomar, what's up, boy? What up, fam? How you doing there, boy? How you doing there, boy? What's going on with you? How's your Friday, brother? Tell me what it is. Tell me something good. How was your Friday, brother? I'm serious though. How you doing, fam? I'm just getting some things straight before we get to it. But what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about Thursday night football. My boys let me down. You know, had a chance to clinch. We were doing our thing too, man. I was so hyped after that first half. I was hyped. And then all of a sudden, you know, the roof just fell off. Your Friday is good. Thank God. I know that's right. But yeah, the roof fell off of my boys. But that's all right. I mean, we still going to make it. But I think the thing that I was looking for the most was we could have put ourselves in position to be the sixth seed. To be the fifth seed, excuse me. We put ourselves in position where we could have put ourselves in position where we could have been the fifth seed. I believe we're still going to get in. So it would have been just nice to have that one up on the Chargers. And then so we're going to talk about that. We will also talk about the New York Jets. Bro, the New York Jets are funny. That's all I'm going to say. The New York Jets are hilarious. All the reports that have come out about the Jets and their owner and things of that nature. I can't wait to talk about this because this is funny. This is going to be funny. And I got to talk about some basketball, you know, the cup, you know, the tournament, who won that, as well as the state of the NBA. My Friday has been good, bro. You know, I can't even complain. My Friday has been good. You know, work was cool. Just glad that I'm off, you know, but I have a very, 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 very busy day tomorrow. I have a very, very busy day tomorrow. So, you know, I'm not even going to be on here super duper long, to tell you the truth. I'm 2 hours tops, because I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to get up. I got to go see my barber. I got to take Roman to a leadership meeting. I got to take Roman to a leadership meeting. And then I have to, you know, I have my company Christmas party is tomorrow as well, but that'll be after I drop the kids off with their mom. So I'm not gonna be super duper. It ain't gonna be a 5-hour episode like last week. I promise you that. It is not gonna be a 5-hour episode like last week. Last week I didn't even think we was gonna go that long. This is not 80 proof. That is Sprite. Much needed, you know. So that's what we'll talk about. Maybe we'll do we may get into something conspiracy theory wise, because I got a YouTube link sent to me. I didn't know what it was. It was just sent to me out the blue. I was curious, and it was something where I was like, oh damn. Like I was like, okay. Y'all know about these y'all been hearing about these drones. Well, they are definitely in the state of Virginia. I promise you that. They're definitely in the state of Virginia. Right now, I have the college football playoffs. I just remembered that a few minutes before kickoff because this is the first game ever of the new 12-team format in college football. Right now, Indiana is playing at Notre Dame. It's 7-0 Notre Dame. Notre Dame just had a 98-yard touchdown run. So yeah, so I may keep y'all updated on that. But of course, I gotta do a Christmas carol. I didn't do one on Tuesday, and I didn't feel like putting on no Christmas sweater, so I just figured for the holiday spirit, I would drape myself in this Christmas blanket. Hope it doesn't look too crazy, because if it does, I don't care. Christmas is in less than 5 days, nigga. I ain't caring. But I gotta do my Christmas carol, most definitely. But yeah, I definitely hope that everybody is okay. Definitely hope everybody is doing well. Hey Lomar, you done with your shopping yet, bro? You did your Christmas shopping yet, bro? Let me know something. Let me know something good. Have you finished your Christmas shopping? You did? Hey, look, bro. I finished. Well, I have to say, I'm about 98.5% finished. About 98.5% finished. I ran in. I found out about this store today, right around the corner from where I work at in Ashland. It's called Beals. It's called Beals, and bruh, when I tell you, this store is like Burlington, but a little bit smaller, but a little bit nicer. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish that I had have went there first before I started any of my Christmas shopping. Even though I'm not knocking Burlington, but this store just hit. This store hit different. I was like, yo, you just finished early? Yeah. Because I still needed to get a couple of things of clothes for the kids, some necessity things. And my homeboy, he was like, yo, why don't you just Riley, he's been on the show. He's like, why don't you just go to Beals? I'm like, what is Beals? He said, it's right in the shopping center. I said, what shopping center? He said, with the food line. I said, oh, the food line and the DMV and the liquor store. This is the greatest shopping center in the world, and it's in Ashland. That shopping center is a one-stop shop. You got your food line, we got your grocery store. I wish it wasn't a food line, but it's got your grocery store. A couple doors down, you got the DMV. A couple doors down, you got a liquor store. And a couple doors down from that, you got this clothes spot and a bunch of other spots too. A bunch of restaurant spots, kind of takeout like spots, a bank, all that. It's like a one-stop shop. This is the greatest shopping. No, not Bills, Beals. 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 And this spot it's cool. It's cool. But before we get into Thursday night football, yes, bro, Beals, yes. I'm telling you, this spot is like that. I walked up in there, I was like, oh my God. I was like, why didn't I come here first? That's all right, because my daughter got a birthday coming up next month, so I already know what's crack-a-lacking, because they had toys there and stuff, and the good toys and that stuff too. But I was like, I'm done with the toys right now. But I've gotten enough. I've gotten enough of that. I've gotten enough of that. And but yeah, so I hope anybody who cares to listen, I hope folks can enjoy this. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt his worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder brings a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Maybe I'll do a redo of that. I think I sounded fine, but not. Maybe I'll do that again when we exit. I haven't put 80 proof in my system yet, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. So we're almost there. We're almost at Christmas time. I already know what I'm going to do next on Tuesday because that's Christmas Eve. So I already know what I'm going to do. And I want to make sure that I am in good, that my voice is on point good. I've literally sung Oh Holy Night a bunch of times for the last 3 days, saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do on Friday. So I don't know if people were waiting for the night. I mean, I could have did that, but I just wanted to, just give a little, have you guys wanting a little bit more. That's all. Give a little, have you wanting more. I got my light-skinned twin down here. She been down here the whole time. Come here. I got my light-skinned twin down here. Come here. Look in the cameras. I've been camera shy. Boy, you got my blood running through your veins. We ain't camera shy. Okay. Say hi.
Hi.
She wanted to stay down here. I told her, you just got to be mindful of my language because I don't filter nothing. Because this is my time. But if you want to watch your daddy at work, eventually you'll want to go upstairs just because you'll want to get some other toys. But anyway, she hyped right now because these kids are on Christmas break. Oh, they don't have to go back to school until 2025. Look at her trying so hard not to smile and just smile so hard because, yeah, these kids are on break, Christmas break. Hey, we know how it was, bro. When it was Christmas break time, boy. The thing, though, thank you, bro. The thing that I enjoyed most about Christmas break was that we still had to go sing. Like generally, the last day of Christmas break, chamber singers had to go sing. Shoot, what? That was the DC. That was the day of the DC gig. That was the overnight gig. Man, that was the overnight train, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was the overnight train. But anyway. Thursday night football, the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. As I said earlier, the Denver Broncos had a chance to clinch and get in the playoffs with a victory. We had a great first half. I was in this joint hype, man. I was sitting there because we was getting it. We was getting it and we were getting them. Okay. We were scoring on touchdowns on each possession. And I'm like, yeah, we in there. We was up 21-13 at halftime. Then we was up 24-13 in the third quarter. We were leading going into the fourth quarter. We were leading in the fourth quarter, and the wheels came off in the fourth quarter. The wheels came off in the fourth quarter. And, I was, it was kind of irritating because I was like, damn, like I'm sitting here, rapping. I'm sitting here with these boxes and some paper and I'm sitting there doing that and watching the game, getting frustrated. I'm like, damn it, I'm frustrated right now. I'm like, come on, boys. Like we had to, but like I said, we're still going to get in. I was just more or less looking at the possibility of having the 5th seed and maybe a first round game in Houston, which I think we would have a better shot to win as opposed to either Pittsburgh, Baltimore, or Buffalo. But I definitely think we're still going to get in there because the teams that are in the hunt, they all have 8 losses. We good, but I just wanted us to win that game. Let's put it that way. We good. I just wanted us to win that game. So I was like, bruh, come on, MFA. So yeah, you caught what I was saying. I'm just saying, like I said, a girl down here, so I'm trying to, and she looking dead at me while I'm saying it's gonna try to cover her ears. You ain't slick. Yes, that's right. You ain't slick. But yeah, so Bo Nix he played a lot better than he did last week against the Colts. No turnovers, 2 touchdown passes, looked very sharp, but like I said, we couldn't close the deal. The Chargers now hold the tiebreaker. They hold the tiebreaker with us. They have the same record, 9-6. But now Denver goes. We were in the 6th seed coming into that game. Now we've gone down to the 7th seed, which is probably where we will remain unless LA unless we win our last 2 or unless the Chargers lose out. So that just is what it is. So. But, good job by Los Angeles. Home game, they defended home turf. It wasn't looking good at first, but Jim Harbaugh must have said something at halftime, or at least said something after Denver's first drive in the 3rd quarter, where, like I said, we went up 24-13. And the Chargers, like I said, the 3 wild card teams, I believe the Chargers and the Broncos are going to get into the playoffs. And the last wild card team will be either Pittsburgh or Baltimore. It's just, where's it going to be seated at? I mean, if we play Buffalo in the wild card round, they gonna beat the shit out of us. But when you talk about a team who hasn't been to the playoffs in 9 years, it is what it is. It's just good to be in the tournament. It'd be good just to be in the tournament. So I'm just keeping it a buck. It'll be good just to be in the tournament. So as far as that goes, who do we have next week? At Cincinnati, potent offense, no defense. So we'll see how that works. And then the last week we have Kansas City. We owe them. We owe them after that bullshit that happened a few weeks ago. We owe them big time. So now let me go over to the New York Jets. Man, the New York Jets have become they have literally become an embarrassment. They have become an embarrassment to the NFL. Like, I ain't even gonna flex on you. The New York Jets have become an embarrassment because it's been reported now that the owner of the Jets, Woody Johnson, had a chance to make a trade for Jerry Jeudy, oddly enough, from the Denver Broncos during this past offseason. And the owner did not do the trade because he didn't like Jerry Jeudy's ratings on Madden. Like, I'm not making this up. He didn't like their ratings on Madden, so he decided to not do the trade. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, is this real? And indeed, and because he was listening to his 2 teenage sons. He has 2 teenage sons. Now, their former GM who just got fired, oddly enough, Joe Douglas, he had already said on record that he feels like he reports to a couple of teenagers. So I guess Woody Johnson waited a little later in life to start having kids, whatever. But when I heard that, that is so hilarious that you literally would not pull the trigger on a trade for another wide receiver because you were looking at his Madden ratings. And Jerry Jeudy, this has been a breakout year for Jerry Jeudy with the Cleveland Browns. He's 5th in the league in receiving yards, and he's really been doing his thing. And I'm really happy for him because I always saw the potential with the Broncos, just couldn't get it consistently with the Denver Broncos. But he has been doing his thing with the Cleveland Browns, particularly since Jameis Winston has taken over as quarterback. So at first I was like, this ain't real, bro. But indeed it is. Not just, but that's not it. That's not it. There were other reports that during a regular season game, I want to say 2 seasons ago, when they were quarterbacked by Mike White, the Jets lost the game, and Mike White came in the locker room and threw his helmet out of frustration, and the owner said, "You should throw your helmet. You fucking suck." Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I heard that, bro, cover your ears, baby. If I'd have heard that, I'd have busted out laughing. I would have busted out laughing. Okay. I would have busted out laughing, but still, he apologized for that, which means he actually said it. Another story back to this season involving the teenage sons, that when the Jets won a game, the first game by the interim coach Albrecht, Aaron Rodgers wanted to give him the game ball, but instead one of the sons took one of the footballs and said, "Yo, no, it should go to Garrett Wilson." And I'm like, bruh. And honestly, these reports of Woody Johnson's meddling, if you will, has started to kind of let Aaron Rodgers off the hook, because the reports have also come out that it was really Woody Johnson who wanted Robert Saleh fired. Now, I'm not totally letting Aaron Rodgers off the hook for that, because if he has enough pull, I believe he had enough pull to where if he could have spoke up for Robert Saleh and said, "No, I don't want him fired. I want him to stay the coach," because firing Robert Saleh was the dumbest move they could have done. That really was the dumbest move that they could have done. But basically what I think is going to lead to, because be that as it may, over the last 3-4 games, Aaron Rodgers has actually played better. Even though you put a lot of this at his feet, he has played better. And I actually believe I believe that the Jets are going to bring him back next year. But I believe whoever decides to coach there, they're going to have to let Aaron Rodgers know, I run this. It's my shit. And also Bill Belichick reportedly reached out to the New York Jets and interest in the coaching position. And Woody Johnson was like, mm-mm. Of course, Bill Belichick spurned Woody Johnson when he was originally hired as the coach for the Jets 25 years ago, and then said, "You know what, I'm good," and resigned. And I guess that was 25 years ago, though. You say no to Bill Belichick when you look at your roster, particularly that defense. Belichick would have been perfect for that team, but Woody Johnson is doing Woody Johnson things. Let's take a listen with some people's opinion in regards to this Woody Johnson situation. And the Jets. I mean, they're a joke right now. They're just a joke. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. No, I love my nightcap though. Shout out to Unc and Ocho.
The latest evidence of dysfunction with the New York Jets organization comes from The Athletic. Owner Woody Johnson reportedly nixed a trade with the Broncos for Jerry Jeudy because Johnson believed Judy's Madden rating was too low. Per the report, that wasn't the only time Johnson cited Madden ratings in connection with football decisions. He reportedly pushed back on signing guard John Simpson because of his awareness rating on the Madden was too low. Madden factor apparently comes from Woody's teenage son, Brick and Jack. An unnamed Jets executive, Joe Douglas, allegedly, we're discussing things. You hear Woody cite something Brick or Jack read online that's being weighed equally against whatever opinion someone else has in the department.
Mm. So, in other words, you letting Brick and Jack run the organization. Brick and Jack, dumb as a brick and jackass, run the organization. Allegedly. That, to me, is funny. That's hilarious to me.
Huh?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to flex, but I need you to understand. I need the people in the chat to understand. Like, this is not a bad thing for Jerry Jeudy. This was a good thing. I saved my brother Jerry Judy's career. Jerry Jeudy is one of the best receivers in today's game. He's fifth right now in receiving yards. Can you imagine if he went to that abysmal organization right now, the Jets? So I think people need, especially Jerry, I think you need to see the good side on why I kept your rating as low as I did, because the owners respect the decision making that I'm making. Oh, wait, who?
No, Woody Johnson does. All owners ain't looking at no Madden rating.
Yeah, I know what you say, but I'm in those rooms. They talk to me. They ask me some of these questions, and they base their understanding that the rating is based on what you're doing in real life. Huh? Stay with me now. It's based on what you're doing in real life. So they take that into account in the fact that I am the Madden's rating adjuster and one whose credibility is of a high standard. And you follow that. And I'm happy to be in a position to do so and help careers. And that's what I've done for Jerry Jeudy.
Hey, Chad taking a lot of credit. Chad is taking a lot of credit for this Madden rating thing. But I mean, if that is true, yeah, he definitely did a solid for Jerry Jeudy, because the Jets have been sucky this year. And it hasn't even been close. Like, if you Jerry Jeudy, you better be glad. And Cleveland ain't been no damn better. That's the worst part. But as far as your individual play, he'll have a higher rating than Madden the next game. I promise you that. He'll have a higher rating when the next Madden game come out in August. And maybe he'll get a contract extension next year because his Madden rating will be higher. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I thought the Cowboys was some trash. I mean, the New York Jets are a truly trash-run organization. I mean, it's funny. Like, I'm so serious. It's funny. It is hilariously funny. The type of dumb, just flat out dumb stuff that is going on with the New York Jets. They are stupid. Like, that is beyond stupid. But then you see why they haven't been to the playoffs since 2010. I mean, you can just see it.
Congratulations on a hell of a season so far. Let's finish these last 3 games off strong, and next year's rating will start out at a 95.
Hell no. How you gonna go from mid-80s to a 95?
Because he from the crib. He's from the crib. And I can go in internally and change it on my own. That's me.
But he has had an unbelievable season. He should make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
So being mad at my ratings adjuster actually holds substantial weight against amongst owners. That's what Ocho said. Judy said, I blame Ocho. It's a good thing. Look how you shining now. So you're going to improve my ratings. 95 next season. Just finish the next 3 games off strong, twin.
Yeah.
Ocho, check this out. Another stunning nugget from the Athletic article revealed that Woody Johnson and his wife and his sons have criticized players inside the locker room. Per the report, quarterback Mike White entered the locker room after late season loss to Seattle. He threw his helmet on the floor before heading to the shower. Jets players reportedly heard Woody say, "You should throw your helmet. You effing suck." The Jets through spokesman confirmed what happened at the. Hold on. And that Johnson apologized to White. So he did say it.
Hey, but listen, this is stuff like this starts off
funny.
When we are kids, our parents teach us not to lie.
Yeah.
Our parents teach us to tell the truth. Then they turn around and tell us Santa Claus and the goddamn tooth fairy is real. Mm-hmm. You see how we contradict ourselves when it comes to growing up? I think we need to live in a world where we all are just honest with each other. When you go to work, your boss should be able to tell you that you absolutely suck at your job. Your boss should be able to tell you. I should be able to tell him he sucks at his too. Exactly.
But I don't have a job.
Exactly.
I have his.
Yeah. You know what? You're right about that. Now,
I think I'm gonna keep my job. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself.
I was getting ready to say, come on, Chad. If you go in there and you tell your owner that you suck at owning your organization, guess what? He gonna think, well, it's gonna suck you getting a paycheck from him. It must suck getting a paycheck with my signature at the end of it. So you can't do that. I get what he's saying in retrospect, but bruh, you can't just sit there and tell your boss that you suck at what you do and think he's still gonna cut a check for you. I mean, it's clear. Woody Johnson does suck at owning the Jets. He's been a terrible owner. But I mean, these stories are absolutely hilarious. I mean, it's like when you hear these stories, like I have to ask the question, who the hell would want to go there and coach? I'm being serious. Who the hell would want to go there and coach? I don't know. That's a tricky question.
Right. But I just think, especially in the world when it comes to our respective crafts and what we do, even if it's our childhood dream and we happen to make it, sometimes we need to be told that we're really not good at what it is that we're doing and that we need to be better. Now we're in this era now where everybody gets participation trophies. Sometimes, you know what? You know why you didn't win? Because you just absolutely suck. And you should try to do something else that you're good at, or maybe find whatever your niche may be, because this ain't it.
Yeah. You got to be, I mean, like I said, you got to be careful, because I don't know. There are a lot, I mean, Mike White had a lot of ways. Normally, I mean, you catch the right person on the wrong day, they're going to say, oh, you suck. Why you think your organization haven't won any games? Because you've been ahead of it. Think about it. I can't. Here's the thing, Ocho. He could lie. The man actually apologized. He actually said it.
Yeah.
And people, y'all quick to say, y'all, oh, they making that up. I keep telling y'all are not paying attention. When stuff like this gets reported, someone is leaking it that was very close to the situation.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the only difference between truth and fiction is that fiction has to make sense. If somebody would have told you in a vacuum, man, with Johnson taking instructions, I mean, he based a lot of stuff off what his teenage son say. No way in hell you believe a man that has a $5 billion organization business and he's taking advice from teenagers. You would not have believed it.
Shit.
If somebody would have told you, the CEO of a corporation, somebody said, and the person that he's talking about actually heard it, said you effing suck at your job, you wouldn't have believed it. Man had to apologize.
That's crazy. I mean, that's real talk, though, because if you actually, that's real talk. If somebody just came out the blue and said, you know, just like with all these stories that we finding out about these celebrities in Hollywood, you know, there were a bunch of people. I'll use Diddy as an example. There were a bunch of people when that lawsuit first dropped from Cassie. There was a lot of people saying that she was lying, saying that it was a money grab. Diddy said she was lying and said it was a money grab until you saw the footage. You know, so there are a lot of people, when you hear these things about these rich people, these celebrities, owners, whatever, billionaires, whatever, you think, look, man, bro. I said this last week. I'm going to say this again this week. I said this when we was talking about the whole Jay-Z thing, bro. These rich people, billionaires, people that you see and hear about them and you see them on TV flexing and flossing and all of this stuff, and you say, wow, I want to be like them. They're probably such a wonderful person. They're probably such a great person. Bruh, let me tell y'all something. The more money you get, the more your morals have been compromised. And I say that because the price of fame or the price of material riches is a price. And we think that these people, that's why I can't do it no more. I can't hold these celebs, millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. I'm not going to hold them to a higher standard because, I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh, they must be a great person. That's excellence. All right. It's a lot of that's going on. And you think, and like I said, do it with Diddy. Pause. Like he said about the owners. You hear these things about the owners, you would not think they were true. Again, like with Diddy, billionaire. When the lawsuits came out, half of the people believed it, half of the people didn't. And then Diddy came out and denied it himself. And so it was a split right down the middle until we saw that video. If that was a story that just came out about Woody Johnson saying that his quarterback fucking sucked, telling him that, you'd be like, nah, for real? Until you heard, come on now, chill. until you heard about the apology. Scoot over until you heard about the apology. Until you heard that there was an apology. Means that said action was taken. Come on now. And that's why I say this all the time. Like I say this to Rob all the time. Nothing surprises me.
Because he said it.
Well, actually, when I think about it, if you think about it, I think people in the chat can probably agree with me. When you think of someone that has that kind of money, who thinks who thinks somewhat at times at an egotistical level, I can actually picture them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because imagine some of the things they say behind.
I don't got to imagine because I know. Because hell, I've heard some of the things they said in front open doors.
Okay, yeah.
That's how they.
I can just.
And so don't fool yourself.
Absolutely.
You understand it and you keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
no question. Once again, you find a person with money. You find a person with money. See, the thing is that when you have a lot of money, when you are the boss, when you are a boss, you have a lot of yes men because you have the power. You hold a lot of people's lives and livelihoods in your hand when you are that type of a boss. And if you own an NFL team, you are a boss, period. You know, if you own a highly successful record label or retail chain, you know, you are a boss. And if you are particularly if you are an individual boss, like, you know, like, okay, you are the majority owner of said business, you will come across a lot of yes men. Hell, multimillionaires who still have bosses come around a lot of yes men because they're trying to build up their own stuff. People who have a lot of money are not used to being told no or used to being told that you're wrong, because a lot of people feel that if you tell money bags that they're wrong, then you will get cut off from your piece of the pot. And rich ass people, billionaires, they know that. So they're like, I got this motherfucker under my thumb. They know that. So none of that stuff surprises me.
It doesn't surprise me. Just the fact that it would be cool for a change to have owners, coaches tell the truth for a change. Just tell them, like, kid, this ain't for you. It's not, and that's okay. You should try something else, maybe a trade, a hobby, because football ain't the answer.
Damn, he's still an athlete.
Wow. The athletic report didn't stop there. It was relayed an interaction featuring Aaron Rodgers and Johnson's son Brick following the victory over the Texans on Halloween. In the first win for Jeff Ulbrich, after the Jets fired Robert Saleh and Rodgers had a game ball in hand ready to give it to the interim coach. The athletic article said, but before Rodgers could speak, Brick Johnson took another ball and awarded it to Garrett Wilson in a profane-laced exclamation. With the owner's son later posted on Instagram, Woody then gave Ulbrich the game ball Rodgers had been holding. Multiple players said the energy felt drained out of the room. One player called it the most awkward, cringeworthy, brutal experience.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to stay with you, but you lost me for a little bit. Aaron Rodgers was holding
Aaron Rodgers had the game ball. He wanted to give the game ball to Ulbrich because it was his first win. Before he could do it, the teenage son took a ball and gave it to Garrett Wilson in a profane-laced tirade.
Okay. Oh, that boy was in there cursing, huh?
You see what I'm talking about? Now, you see how awkward this is? Now, imagine you're the Cowboys coach, and every time you try to talk, Jerry yapping his mouth before you get to speak. Now you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. This is dysfunctional. All right.
Dysfunctional is a good word. Privileged is a better word. When you're talking about the teenage sons, the moves that Brick Johnson is making for his father's franchise, who's a teenager, he ain't old enough to smoke, or maybe 18, but he ain't old enough to drink. The moves that Brick Johnson is making is allegedly dumb as a brick. Boy, I'd be like, boy, you got the right nickname, because you dumb as a brick, you little privileged butthead. I'm serious. Privileged people get on my damn nerves sometimes. I promise you they do. Jeez Louise.
It starts at the top. Look at the Hunts. Look at the Rooneys. Look at the teams that are consistently winning, and look at the teams that have been consistently bad for years. I mean, the last competent quarterback you've had, what? Maybe Joe Namath? No disrespect to Sam Darnold. No disrespect to the quarterbacks that have been there before, Zach Wilson's. You know, it wasn't y'all problem. It wasn't your issue. Now you have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in Aaron Rodgers, as far as his accolades and his resume is concerned, but it's still dysfunctional. You know why? Because it starts at the motherfucking top. It don't matter what you bring in. Huh? It don't matter about you. It don't matter if you change the goddamn paint job and put some goddamn new rims on the car if the motherfucking engine is bad.
Oh yeah. Look, you can say a lot of things, but you know who's pulling all the strings at the Cowboys. It's Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jerry might be getting his information from very quality people to try to make people think that, hey, I know what I'm doing. But Jerry's getting his information from, what's the guy's name? Okay, he got what's his name? I forget his name. But anyway, that's where Jerry's getting his information. Basically, two teenage kids are running the Jets. And Woody is disregarding basically what his player personnel department, what his scouting department, what his general manager. He's foregoing that to take advice from his kids.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
Trade with the Broncos for Jerry Jeudy because Johnson believed Judy's Madden rating was.
Oh, it wasn't y'all problem.
I know what I'm doing. But Jerry's getting his information from very quality people to try to make people think that,
Hey, Dodd. Hey, man, you may not want to make that trade because I'm playing Madden and this wide receiver. Hey, man, his overall rating is a fucking 80, Dodd. You know, you may not want to do that. Can I borrow $50,000 so I can get a line? I mean, I'm sorry, so I can try to get a car, Dodd. Why do privileged people make me sick to my damn stomach? I swear. They do. Oh, my goodness. I guarantee you, if I ran the Jets for one season, I would do a better job than Brick and Jack. I guarantee you, I would do a better job than Dumb as a Brick and Jackass Johnson. I would do a way better job if I could run the Jets for just one season. Oh, my goodness. Boy, Brick, Jack, Woody, y'all belong together. You dumbasses. I mean, I'm telling you.
I know what I'm doing. But Jerry's getting his information from, what's the guy's name? Okay, he got a. Yeah, what's his name? I forget his name.
These nuts.
But anyway, that's where Jerry's getting his information. Basically, two teenage kids are running the Jets. And Woody is disregarding basically what his player personnel department, what his scouting department, what his general manager. He's foregoing that to take advice from his kids.
Yeah. Listen, he might be prepping or getting them ready to take over. It's
Will McClay. That's his name, Will McClay. That's the guy that Jerry gets the information from and try to make people think that he knows what he's talking about. But man, and a player said it's the most awkward, cringeworthy, brutal experience. I couldn't even imagine because when I was with the Broncos, Mr. Bolin had kids, and I can imagine, man, I can just imagine Mike getting ready to speak, and one of them kids say something.
Boy, Mike Shanahan would have went the fuck off.
I mean, to be honest, Mr. Bolin didn't speak. Mr. Bolin spoke after Mike spoke. I remember we won the Super Bowl, and Art was in the room, and Brian turned the floor over to him. He says, I know there's a guy in here that's very happy. I'm paraphrasing because it's been 20 plus years, Ocho. And he turned it over to Art. And I just remember Art crying. And he says, I'll never forget any of you guys in here. He said, you did me proud today. I'm proud today. But I can just imagine Mike getting ready to speak and someone interrupted and said, I got this. Or I'm, what? What? Oh, hell no. Nah. But in an organization if you're going to be successful, you got to have one voice, one sound.
Yeah.
In order for it to function properly, the body function, the heart has a specific task. The lungs have a specific task. The spleen, the colon, the intestines, everything, kidneys, bladder, everything has a specific task.
He talking that.
It's only when one tries to overcompensate the other that the body gets out of line and things starts to happen. Boy, the Jets, they got
the Jets are a joke. It's that simple. Jets are a damn joke. They should be ashamed of themselves. Garrett Wilson should want to be traded. Devontae Adams should want to be traded. Breece Hall should want to be traded. Any good defensive, Sauce Gardner should want to be traded. You're gonna have a team, you have teenagers running the fucking team worrying about the Madden rating. Man, I would want to be, because their team as a whole, their total rating is gonna suck. So what they gonna say then? Hey Dad, I just did a line allegedly. Hey, look at the team rating on Madden, Dad. Maybe you should cut the whole fucking thing. What them kids need is a privileged ass whooping. That's what they need.
Garrett Wilson was asked today if he wants to be with the team long term.
No,
I don't know. ESPN reports a source wouldn't be surprised if Wilson asked for a trade in the offseason. Garrett has not hidden his frustration with the season, including Sunday win over the Jags when he ran into receivers coach Sean Jefferson following a stalled red zone drive in the third quarter.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I forgot what it was. I forgot the play, but I saw the exchange on the sideline. He was frustrated. Out for receivers like that, especially when you have one player going off and he's putting up the yards and putting up the numbers, and you don't feel you're getting the opportunities you deserve. And when the opportunity does present itself, the ball doesn't come and you're open, it gets frustrating.
For sure.
And we just saw the same. We saw the same thing with AJ Brown week before last. It just, receivers that are really good want to feel like they're a part and can contribute to those said wins. When you're not a part of it, it kind of hurts.
But here's the thing. Rodgers and Adams have played together for a number of years. Yeah. Garrett Wilson is probably thinking, bro, we could have built some chemistry if you had your ass here. When we were supposed to be building chemistry, you were at the pyramids or you were in Egypt, and you wrote this off as being unimportant.
True.
That's a good one.
That's how you build chemistry, by working at it, especially when we don't have chemistry, when we haven't worked together.
And with that, when I said that all of those players who need to be traded, Aaron Rodgers need to stay his ass right there. He need to stay his ass right there, because he's a part of the reason that now, like I said, a lot of this stuff may take him off the hook a little bit. But the fact that he disregarded building chemistry, building rapport with his offense because he wanted to go to Egypt, nah, bruh. You get a lot of this smoke too, my nigga. You get a lot of this smoke too, because you didn't take it seriously. Or you thought, I'm Aaron Rodgers. Oh yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers and I can do this and I can do that. And now he beefing with Ryan Clark, which is hilarious because Ryan Clark, called him to the carpet. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, the New York Jets are a goddamn joke. That's the best way I have to say. The New York Jets is a goddamn joke. So, but now let me talk about the NBA. First of all, congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks, who just won the cup, the little in-season tournament. Look, now I don't like that damn tournament. I'm not gonna front. I think it's stupid, but it kind of revolves around where I'm going with the NBA. So, and this is, it's, and what I'm saying, and this doesn't, what I'm about to say, it doesn't bring me joy to say in regards to the NBA. But first of all, let me give my flowers. Again, let me give my flowers to Giannis, to Dame, to Coach Doc Rivers, to assistant coach Darvin Ham, who was the Lakers coach for the last 2 seasons. And last year in the initial NBA Cup tournament, the Los Angeles Lakers won. Just the season after, we went to the Western Conference Finals under the leadership of head coach Darvin Ham. But somehow, some way, he gets fired after again taking the Lakers to the playoffs, but again losing to the Denver Nuggets. But he was accomplished to a certain degree as the Lakers head coach. So, but whatever. So shout out to Giannis, Dame, Doc Rivers, Darvin Ham, the Bucks, who started off terribly. They started off horrible. have definitely rebounded and have gotten back into the thick of things. And to me, are a championship contender. But it also just came out this week, the new NBA All-Star Game format. Because there had been complaints in regards to the NBA All-Star Game because the lack of effort, the lack of defense. Last year, it was combined over 400 points scored in the All-Star Game, where basically there was no effort. People are shooting shit from half court. It's cool a couple of times when it goes in, but it's you can tell clearly that the players aren't as engaged in it. And you can call me old head or whatever the fuck. I don't care. But basketball was my first love when it came to team sports. So this new format, and I'm reading some of this from ESPN. As the All-Star Game, the league announced this week that rather than have the traditional East versus West game, or even have the teams drafted by the top vote getters in each conference, there will be a round robin played instead. The 24 All-Stars selected will be split up into teams of 8, and the fourth team of 8 will be comprised of players from the Rising Stars game on Friday night. 2 teams will play in one semifinal, and the other 2 teams will play in another semifinal, setting up a third championship game between the winners. Each of the games will be untimed and will end when the first team reaches or surpasses 40 points to win. There have been players that have spoken out against this, who say they absolutely don't like it. Kevin Durant being one, Anthony Davis being another. LeBron James is open to it. Well, he has to be, because that's what he get paid to do. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. He has to be open to it because that's what he paid to do. You know, don't get it twisted. LeBron is bought and paid for too. Don't get it twisted. LeBron James is bought and paid for too. You know. So LeBron James is going to say something had to change. Let me say this. And like I said, this does not bring me any type of joy whatsoever. The NBA was my first love as a team sport. When I was younger, when I was my daughter's age, even younger than my daughter's age, my daughter is 8. She'll be 9 January 25th. When I was her age, on a Friday night coming from school, you know, get my weekend started, there was nothing that I loved more than watching the NBA on a Friday night. Oh, nothing made me happier than watching the NBA on a Friday night, or watching the NBA on a Sunday when a lot of people was outside playing. I'm in here watching basketball. Nothing made me more excited about watching All-Star Weekend. Oh my, All-Star Weekend was the shit. I mean, you had the Legends game, and then you had the 3-point shootout. Then you had the showcase, the announcement of the people, of the players who had made the All-Star game. Then you had the slam dunk contest, which was the creme de la creme. Let me tell you something. And LeBron James is responsible for a lot of this. So he better agree with everything, because he motherfucking responsible for a lot of this shit. Not all of it, but for a lot of it. The NBA, honestly, as a whole, to me, sucks. I keep watching it because I'm just hoping that something will change. And maybe I'm becoming a glutton for punishment with the NBA. The NBA fucking sucks now. It's a reason why the viewership, the views have gone down. It's a reason for all of that stuff, because it stinks. The way the game is played now stinks. I don't want to be watching a bunch of people just shooting threes all over. Like that was cool when you was playing NBA Jam, but this is reality. It was cool when you're doing it on a video game. But look, when I played NBA Jam, when I played NBA Live, hell yeah, I would shoot three. I would create a player, make that motherfucker 99 from three, and would be bucking threes all game. That was a video game. That was a video game, but I still made sure that my player had great mid-range shot, close range shot, was able to post up, made sure I had an all-around great game. The NBA stinks now. It stinks. The All-Star game is even worse. And you know, it is the players' fault that the NBA stinks, because somewhere along the line, players became, one, too damn fragile, two, too damn sensitive, three, too damn afraid to compete. And LeBron James has a lot to do with it. Because let's talk, LeBron James, master dunker, in-game dunker, never competed in a slam dunk contest. Never. Because he was afraid to lose to an unknown, afraid to lose to a player that didn't have the same stature as him. But his fans will say, "Oh, he the GOAT." No, he's not. Fuck out of here. When it comes to being one of the greats, and you have the athleticism and the hops that LeBron has, you compete in at least one dunk contest. At least one. I remember in 2008 when he said, "Yeah, I'm going to compete in the dunk contest in 2009." Nothing ever happened. You look at all the greats: Jordan, Kobe, Dominique, the great dunkers of all time: Jordan, Kobe, Dominique, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, D. Brown, Dr. J, motherfucking David Thompson. I'll go back, Clyde Drexler, all the great historic dunkers competed in the dunk contest. You didn't care. Look, if you lost, you lost, but it was about the competition. If you Dominique Wilkins and you looking on the other side of the court and you see Michael Jordan in the dunk contest, I want to beat this nigga. And Michael Jordan, the same thing. I want to beat this nigga. They both, Neek had a win over Jordan. Jordan had a win over Neek. It just is what it is. Competition. And that with him not wanting to participate in at least one dunk contest because he was the new face of the league, sent that message down to all of the most spectacular players. Well, you don't have to, I don't want to compete in the dunk contest. That's what the fans want. Don't ever forget this. The fans pay your salary. The fans, because of the fan, if the fans stop coming to the games, if the fans stop watching and them TV deals go down, then your salary, what you gonna do then? That's just one issue. The players, they just don't give a fuck about they just don't give a fuck about the game. They don't give a fuck about competing. They don't give a fuck about playing, but yet they want to be paid the most and do the least. That's why I have said for years now on this show that in the next CBA, I hope the owners clean motherfucking house, because I don't have a problem with player empowerment, but it's gotten ridiculous. You got players who are signed a high over $200 million deals who don't want to play. And I'm calling names: Ben Simmons, Zion Williamson, motherfucking Kawhi Leonard. It's ridiculous. Joel Embiid, I don't know. I don't want to say Joel Embiid, because Joel Embiid be having the most freak injuries ever happen to him. I be feeling bad for him. Like, he's just a magnet to be hurt. But I mean, and you can say, well, you can say that about Kawhi Leonard. It ain't the same. It ain't the same, because Joel Embiid will at least be available in the playoffs, whether he hurt or not. That motherfucker gonna suit up and he gonna give you 35 points a game. Kawhi Leonard will play one game out the series and he done. If I was the owners, I would go by a game-to-game basis in the NBA. I'm sorry. The NBA sucks. All you seeing players do is shoot 73s a goddamn game. That's ridiculous. That and when I hear JJ Redick a couple of years ago say, players are getting hurt so much because the game has changed and the three-point shot, and you know how much ground I have to cover. I don't give a fuck. That's not the fans' problem. If I'm a paying customer, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that. If I go to an NBA game, if I'm going to pay to see a certain team play with some superstars on it, I want to see the superstars play. I don't want to hear that shit about, well, it's because the game's played. I don't give a fuck about that because that has nothing to do with me as the paying customer, son, bitch. That has nothing to do with me as the paying customer. The NBA now is trash. Trash. And I continue to cover it because I try to keep hope alive. The All-Star game is the worst. The players saying, well, we hate the way the format is at. Well, then if you did better, it is your fault. It is the players' fault. Load management was the biggest poison that ever came to the NBA. That's the whole reason why we got this dumbass in-season tournament, to try to convince players, they'll be incentivized. You got to incentivize players to play, and they getting $200, $300 million contracts? Are you fucking serious? Are you serious right now? You got to be out of your goddamn mind. The NBA players have gotten selfish. They've gotten arrogant. They've gotten lazy. When I watched the All-Star game, I was watching a game. As a small child, watching Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas and Larry Bird and James Worthy and Dominique Wilkins and Charles Barkley and Karl Malone and John Stockton and Chris Mullin and Clyde Drexler and Kevin Willis. Oh, the list goes on the fucking on. And Mark Price and Brad Daugherty. Watching them go at it. And then watch them go at it. Like they life depended on it. Like, nah, we want to one-up you. We want to beat you. And then that turned to when I was, still a preteen. I would say about 9, 10 years old, watching Shaq go up against Ewan, David Robinson. Watching Shaq. That turned to Shaq, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. You still had Jordan. You still had Barkley. You still had Malone. You still had Stockton. But watching the newcomers, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, Tim Hardaway, play like they life depended on it in an All-Star game, giving the fans exactly what they want. And then that translated to Kobe and Kevin Garnett and Vince Carter and Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway. And Reggie Miller. I don't know if I say Kevin Garnett, but I'll say Kevin Garnett again. And Allen Iverson. Watching them and Rasheed Wallace and Chris Webber and Michael Finley and Dirk Nowitzki play this game like they life depended on it. They had to have that All-Star game. The West wanted to say, and this is the smartest thing that baseball has done. Because baseball has taken a nosedive, but baseball is about to regain the population of the popularity on basketball. The smartest thing that baseball, I don't understand why. What is the NBA waiting for? You want the All-Star game to matter? Okay. Go back to the East-West format. Do what Major League Baseball has done. The conference that wins the All-Star game gets home court advantage in the finals. Give a fuck what your record is, bitch. If you have an East-West All-Star game, the team that wins gets home court in the NBA Finals. That'll change everything. And you know why you have to do that? It's because of the players' fault. It's the players' fault. It's the players' fault. It's embarrassing. The NBA has become embarrassing. The style of play, the effort, the load management, it's embarrassing. I wish I was an owner. I would tell these fucking Zion Williamson, your fat ass, you don't want to be in shape. Guess what? You don't get paid until you step your fat ass on the court. You ain't seeing a dime until you get in shape and act like a professional. Ben Simmons, you ain't seeing another dime until you get your ass on the court. Kawhi Leonard, if your knee is deteriorating, then my nigga retire. But you ain't seeing another dime of my money until you get your often injured ass on the basketball court. I'm not paying you to rehab. You must be out your goddamn mind. The NBA has gotten embarrassing. College football has passed the NBA. College football has passed the NBA. Think about that. Think about that. That is embarrassing. But you want a $300 million contract, and kids who are in school generate more money than y'all because they want it, because they hungry. I mean, they got so damn hungry. You see 6-7 year players in college now, which I think is a little, come on now. But that's embarrassing. The NBA should be a fucking ashamed of themselves. Adam Silver should be ashamed of himself. What is this for mini tournament team bullshit? In the dunk contest is crap because all the best players are scared to compete because they are afraid that it's going to hurt their brain if they lose to a player who's not as great as them. Grow up. Compete. Grow up. Stop acting like a little bitch. That's exactly how I'm going to call it. Stop acting like a little punk. Stop acting like a little scared, fragile punk bitch. And get out there and dunk. Get out there and play. I'm not saying shut up and dribble. But when you were a kid, when all of you players were kids, you loved it too. So why is this era, this generation of players going to ruin the game just because you want to be lazy as fuck? And if you Adam Silver, if you want to ante up the gauntlet, do what Major League Baseball did. East-West game, winner, conference gets home court advantage. You could be the 8th seed. But if you the 8th seed coming from the conference who won the All-Star game, guess what, son, bitch? If you won the All-Star game, you have home court advantage. What are you waiting for, Adam Silver? The All-Star weekend has sucked for years except for the 3-point shootout. You afraid to lose a dunk contest, but you're afraid if nobody can see your punk ass can't shoot. Are you joking? Are you joking? I hate to say this because you all don't understand how much I fucking love the NBA. And the NBA over the last decade has let me down. It's let a lot of fans down. I used to want to go to an NBA game more than anything in the world. But I will not do that now because I don't know who's going to play. I don't know who's going to play. Because of load management. Oh, I might need to rest today. Then get your punk ass, go to the Big Three, play once a week, some bitch. Go to the Big Three. And that's no knock against the Big Three. I love the Big Three. Go there and play once a week. Since your little brittle ass can't play. Go to the Big Three and play once a week. Oh, no, but I got to make my $200 million. I got to get paid to rehab. Man, nigga, please. Bro, what? Are you joking? Let me be an owner. Let me be an owner in the NBA for a year. Boy, I tell you. Or, matter of fact, let me be on the committee. It wouldn't even be a vote. This is what it is. Fuck your players union. You lost it when you decided that y'all wanted to pick and choose when y'all wanted to play. And waste fans' money. People who save tickets for you may not have opportunities to buy tickets. I've never been to an NBA game. But I've been to a handful of NFL games because I know players is going to play. I've been to a Major League Baseball game because players is going to play. Not the NBA. Oh, no. The NBA done got so damn snobby, they snub their damn nose at the people who pay their bills. And LeBron James has a lot to do with it, but why these motherfuckers don't want to compete. But he has to say, oh, I'm for it. You got to, because you bought and paid for it too, nigga. I promise you that. You bought and paid for it too, bro. So you got to. Go ahead. Fill your contractual obligation. Got you. No knock. But But you part of the reason, because your scary ass would never do a dunk contest because you were scared to lose, scared to be bad for your brand. So you part of it. You want to be the most influential athlete. Well, people follow that punk shit that you did. And now a lot of people don't want to compete. The best of the best don't want to dunk. Jordan will never afraid to dunk against Wilkins. Wilkins will never afraid to dunk against Jordan. Niggas came out in a dunk contest against Vince Carter knowing they was going to get fucking embarrassed. But they did it anyway. Kobe did one contest. He won that motherfucker. I would love, I said all the time, man, I'd love to see Kobe be in another dunk contest. Another dunk contest. Meaning he already had been in one. And he already had won one. Because he wasn't scared. He wasn't scared. Anyway, I'm serious. Anyway. Before I get out of here, I want to talk a little thing that, like, this was sent to me. It's in regards to drones. We've been hearing the drone phenomenon for quite some time now. Well, now the drone phenomenon hit Richmond, Virginia. Well, not, I don't say Richmond. It's hit the state of Virginia. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I don't know what's going on, but what can we say? What can we say?
Move over New Jersey, Virginia, getting hundreds of reports of mysterious drone sightings across the Commonwealth. This comes after the FAA announced today drones are being temporarily banned in parts of New Jersey where these sightings first started. Raven Brown joining us live from BSP headquarters with the latest. Raven.
Well, Virginia State Police tell me they have received more than 150 tips about drone sightings here in the Commonwealth this month. Now, they wouldn't go into details on if this is a concern or not, but they are asking for your help as they continue to investigate.
Since the start of December, we've received more than 150 tips regarding drone activity in the Commonwealth. We're investigating each of those.
Virginia State Police say they continue to investigate drone sightings across the Commonwealth. The tips are being investigated by the Virginia Fusion Center, which is a part of the Virginia State Police Homeland Security Division.
Well, what we want the public to do, we want the public to tell us what they're seeing, especially suspicious activity. That's what we want to hear from them.
And it comes after several drone sightings started popping up all over New Jersey, causing some concern from state leaders as well as community members. The Department of Defense issuing a statement saying they have not found any national security or public safety risk over the.
Okay. I understand them saying they haven't found any national security, public safety risk. But why are these motherfuckers constantly? Hold on, let me run that back. Let me run that back to make sure everybody understand.
About drone sightings here in the Commonwealth this month. Now, they wouldn't go into details on if this is a concern or not, but they are asking for your help as they continue to investigate.
Since the start of December, we've received more than 150 tips regarding drone activity in the Commonwealth. We're investigating each of those.
Virginia State Police say they continue to investigate drone sightings across the Commonwealth. The tips are being investigated by the Virginia Fusion Center, which is a part of the Virginia State Police Homeland Security Division.
Well, what we want the public to do, we want the public to tell us what they're seeing, especially suspicious activity. That's what we want to hear from them.
And it comes after several drone sightings started popping up all over New Jersey, causing some concern from state leaders as well as community members. The Department of Defense issuing a statement saying they have not found any national security or public safety risk over the civilian airspace in New Jersey
now,
or other.
Let me get back. I had to make sure I was getting them. I got a message saying that it was choppy, and I appreciate that, so I can go ahead and fix it. I appreciate that. It was probably choppy because I was going in my kitchen to get me some 80 proof. I'm sorry. I had to be passionate about the NBA because I meant that shit. But anyway, this is what I want to say. Is no national security risk. Well, that's what we're being told. But why are these motherfuckers appearing in the air all over the goddamn East Coast? Why? Like, this is some creepy ass shit. Why is this appearing all over the East Coast? Like, and you never like, all right. It makes me sit and wonder. It doesn't make me fearful. I mean, the only thing that I would be fearful of is if somebody did something stupid and decided to blast one of them things, and all of a sudden, all you see coming from the sky is pew, 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 pew. It's simple. I mean, there's a logical explanation of why any random person would do that. It's because human beings fear what they don't understand. You know, we fear what we don't know, and we hate what we fear. We don't know why these drones are just popping up out of nowhere in the sky, you know, in different states. It's made national news. And again, as human beings, if we don't understand what's going on, we fear it. And if we fear it, we hate it. It must be terminated immediately. So that way there is no more fear. I don't get it. Like, why? What the hell is going on? What is being observed? What the hell is being observed where drones need to be over the sky? Like, what research, what information is being taken? That's the part that makes you wonder, or at least it makes me wonder, is what is the purpose of it? Like, if we knew what the purpose was, and people are like, is it aliens? Is it aliens? Is it this, that, and the third? I don't give a fuck what it is. I just want to know, what is the purpose of it? Aliens are looking at, even if you came out and said aliens are looking at the lay of the land, well, that wouldn't sit right with everybody, but at least it's something other than, wow, these drones are like, if you get a drone from Walmart and you put it in the orbit, let's say you get a drone for your kid for Christmas, that motherfucker may get blasted to shit. If you take it to your local park and try to fly it.
Other states in the Northeast. Earlier this week, Governor Glenn Youngkin said he was deeply concerned.
We are working at the state level in collaboration with local FBI, local DOD folks, our state police, and local law enforcement in order to gather information, because there's clearly something going on.
State police now urging you to report if you see a drone flying over important buildings like energy installations or military sites. Community members I spoke to who wanted to remain anonymous say they also want more transparency.
I believe that people are seeing them. I have no.
Hey, yo, whoever this person is, they don't want to be seen. They just want their Under Armour gloves and their gray hoodie to be seen. I mean, if you somebody who know this person, you'd be like, oh, that's that bitch right there. She didn't have the vocal translator where you're talking like this, and it makes you wonder because I guess you can't do that live. I guess when you live and in broad daylight. She should have wore a shirt that said "fuck them drones." That's it. She should have unzipped that shirt and be like, "Fuck them drones." She should have. But I mean, was that the governor? Was he at a Salvation Army serving dinner or some shit? I don't know. But you got to talk to the FBI about this shit. But yes, clearly, yes, something is going on, and it's not making folks comfortable. You know, I mean, well, you said you're glad she dressed up. I'm glad she dressed up too. She had, watching that shit, they're going to be listening to her. That's a nice pair of gloves she got on. I wonder where I can find them. That would be a good stocking stuffer. That would be a good stocking stuffer for Christmas. Well, little Silas likes to play football. Yeah, I could get that for that little motherfucker right there. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just getting that thing.
Disbelief in the community's reaction to it. And I also believe that our government knows what they are. And so my question is, why aren't we being told what they are?
The state police also warning it is against the law to shoot at a drone. Again, they're encouraging you to reach out to the Virginia Infusion Center or state police if you do see any suspicious activity regarding drones. For Now Live.
Okay, well, it's against the law to shoot at them. Kind of understand why. As far as the lady, Miss Under Armour gloves, yeah, I agree with her. Absolutely, the government knows what's going on. Hell yes, the government knows what's going on. No question. And I think they should. I think they should definitely, let us know. But, you know, to be honest with you, if the government did tell us what the hell those drones were about, would you believe it? Or would you think that they would just be saying this just to shut us up? Because part of the population would be like, oh, the government said they're just looking over the land, you know, to get a new plan on how we're going to landscape to make sure global warming is all right. I can understand that. Another set of the population going to be like, bullshit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So that's crazy. I mean, when I knew, when I heard about the drones flying over buildings after the election was flying over this Trump building, I'm sitting there like this and that thinking, damn, somebody really don't like Trump. Somebody really like that. I'm like, damn, the Democrats are they going this far? But then they just started going state after state after state after state. I'm like, hold on. And you hear, like I said, is it aliens? I don't know. It ain't no other foreign country, so I don't know. But they in Virginia now, y'all. They in Virginia now, y'all. And we want us to have us a Merry Christmas, boss. Please take these little metal flying flashlight sons of bitches away from us so we can have a Merry Christmas, eat our ham and eat our ribs and eat our pork chops and or our gluten-free food. Enjoy our Christmas, please. Come on, bro. I mean, I don't know. Because let me ask the chat something. If you walked outside and you looked up and you saw one of them drones, what would you do? I'm just saying, if you walked outside your front door and you looked up and you saw one of them drones, what would you do? If you guys like the content, if you like anything about the show, go ahead and hit the like button if you want, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. I'm going to ask that question one more again. If you walked outside right now and you saw a drone flying in the air, would you go back in the house? Would you be like, huh? Or would you look for a rock and pick it up and heave it at that motherfucker? I'm just asking. What would you do? Inquiring minds want to know. What would you do, Lomar, if you saw a drone? What would you do? What would you do, China, if you saw a drone? What would you do? I'm just curious. What would you do? I'm going back in the house. What if that bitch is strapped with lasers? What is your house going to do? Would you want to get in your car and drive away? It's a drone in the sky. Run. I mean, and I'm not trying. I mean, okay. I am trying to be funny, but I'm just trying to be funny just because my attempt at humor is just to really calm people down who this actually really worries. And I'm not saying that oh, I'm just going to be arrogant, you know what I'm saying, about it. No, because, nothing would surprise me, but it's like, what are you going to do? One of us going to get me, and damn it, get me. He said, this is my house, damn it. Ain't nothing going to make me run from it. I don't care if it's an alien, an angry baby mama, or a drone in the sky. This is my house, and son of a bitch, I'm going to stay here. I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. I hear you loud and clear. He said, fuck that drone. If it's in the air, I'm going back in the house and minding my business. Right? He said, Lomar saying, don't start nothing, Mr. Metal Piece. Won't be nothing. That's what that's what he's saying. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing, because I will get a dirt rock and I will throw the shit out of it and mess up your camera screen, knuckle. Oh, boy. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I am. Well, yeah, if it sees us, what can you do? I mean, real shit. I mean, they say it's against the law. They say you go to jail if you shoot at it. And the reason why I think you go to jail if you shoot at it, because if you shoot at it, the motherfucker might shoot back. That's what they not telling us. To be honest with you, that's what I think. If it's illegal to shoot at it, that means it may be programmed to respond back to hostile actions, to hostile fire. If you shoot at the drone, the bitch might shoot back, and the laser might be green. The laser might be green as a bitch. And then you're like, oh shit, what have we done? And all of a sudden, niggas gonna start thinking about Independence Day. Oh boy, see what happened when that 80 proof kick in? See what happened when that motherfucking 80 proof kick in? You get me. You get me. Oh boy. Okay, well, yeah, I'm about to get out of here because, like I said, I have a lot of stuff I need to do tomorrow. Need to prep some things. And you guys will see me again on Sunday, of course, for the Sports Plus Life post-game show. And you will see me on Tuesday, Christmas Eve. But I'm going to say this. It's Christmas Eve, bro. If you actually make time to watch me on Christmas Eve, God bless you. I get off early that day, so it will be an early show. That's all I'm saying. It will be an early show. That's all. It may not be a long show, but a Christmas Eve. You know, I'm gonna be listening to a Gucci Mane Christmas, East Atlanta Santa. You know, so yeah, I don't think y'all want me to have that playing in the background. But thank you guys who have decided. It's still early Friday. If you want to go out and hit a bar up or something like that, have fun, be safe. Hell, I may have done that. I may have done that tonight if I didn't have so much stuff to do tomorrow. But yeah. So yeah. But oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt his worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Man, I ain't singing nobody goddamn draws on off, man. But shut up, nigga. You singing the draws off. Man, shut up. Ain't nobody singing nobody draws off. I sent you a link. Your black ass couldn't even join tonight. Don't talk about I'm singing somebody draws off. And if they draws is off, I ain't there, so it ain't benefiting me none. Okay? So fuck it. It is what it is. What? I swear. Anyway. Again, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I hope everybody is safe. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn reefer run, nigga. I don't care. Hell, that don't mean shit to me. I hope you got your bud. I hope you got your cron. I hope you got your 420, nigga. Good for you. You missed the drone conversation. We just had a good drone conversation about the drones in Virginia. You missed it. So, yeah. I hope you got your Christmas trees. Okay? So, but again, I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful rest of the evening and rest of the weekend. Like I said, you guys will see me on Sunday at the Sports Plus Live post-game show. When we talk about this football, when we talk this shit, you will see me also on Tuesday on Christmas Eve, which will be a shorter episode because it's Christmas Eve, obviously. But it's your boy, Brandon Brave Von Towns. I'm out this bit. Peace. Mwah. Love you. 80 proof. And tomorrow, if any of my coworkers is watching, which I know a couple of you are, tomorrow, have that drink ready. Love you.